What up, what up, what up? Serial Assassin here, and I'm bringing you another episode of Surviving Stupidity. Anyway, today's story takes me back, and this is one of those stories of just overcoming your fear. As a young man, I was probably, I think, 17, somewhere in my 17th year of age. And at the time, I was dating this woman. I can't call her a girl because she was like 24 or 25. And she was a little bit of a ditzy blonde. Never really got out of high school mentally, even though she was like 24, 25 years old. And she was a pothead, and she was wafy, and she was gorgeous, and we ended up meeting one night, and she hit on me, and I was like, "Holy shit, I'm jumping all over this." And we started dating. I guess that was the terminology back then. Really didn't go out anywhere together, but we were always hanging out together. So I guess that's dating. So anyway, her ex-boyfriend was like 28 or 29, crazy headbanging heavy metal looking dude with the long curly black hair, scruffy beard, long goatee, the whole 9 yards. And like, he wasn't too much bigger than me, but the fact that he had me by like 12 years, and he was always like, harassing me and shit because I had his girl, whatever, whatever, like he used to like stalk me down. We got into a couple like chase me matches around town when I was delivering pizzas, and him and his Camaro and me, either whipping in my Blazer or being run around in my friend Kirsten's Geo Storm. So anyway, so one night, it was like a Friday or Saturday night. I don't really remember which. Um, Me and my ex, we went back to her apartment, and we were hanging out doing our thing, whatever, whatever. And then after that, it was probably about, I don't know, like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning or so. And I was getting ready to leave to head out, head home. And I came outside, and her ex-boyfriend and three of his friends were sitting in the parking lot. And the ex-boyfriend was leaning against my car, and his three friends were sitting, leaning on his car. They were all drinking beers. And when I came out, the ex-boyfriend, his name's Scott, was actually fucking with my license plate or something or other. So I walked out, and the first thing I noticed was him. I really didn't see his friends because they were a couple cars down, parked next to mine. And I was like, "Yo, dude, what the hell are you doing?" And back then, I was a little ghetto. I was a little wigger. Tupac was my papa. Little Kim was my stepmom, and Notorious was my big brother. So I was all rap all the time, and I had the attitude and the swagger to go with it. So I came out, and I was kind of pissed, and I was feeling like fucking somebody up. So when I saw him, I fucking with my car, like I boiled over and I was ready to go at it. Then I saw his three friends, and I sort of thought twice about it. And I was like, "Yo, dude, get the fuck away from my car. Leave my shit alone. I'm just gonna roll out of here. Whatever your problem is with me, it's all about Sheila, not me. So you need to get over that shit. Like, she chose me, not you. Get a life." And I started to walk to my car, and like, him and his boys stepped in front of me, and like, he gave me a shove. And I was like, "All right, well, this is going to go down, and I'm probably going to get my ass beat, but I'm going to go down swinging." So I said, "All right, one on one, let's do this." And I knuckled up. And long story short, like, I just humiliated this boy. Like, I think he landed one punch, and it was like a glancing blow on my shoulder. And when push came to shove, and I actually stopped, like, his eye was busted open, his lip was bleeding, his hair was all matted with freaking dirt and gravel and shit and blood, and his shirt ripped, and it just wasn't pretty. But and I didn't go overboard as I would have if it was just truly just me and him. Like I would have fucking anyway. It would have got a lot uglier, and I probably would have got myself in jail. But his boys actually sat back and watched him get beat down, like, and I guess the reason they sat back the way they did is because it was a fair one-on-one. And two, I wasn't being dirty. I wasn't being excessive. Like if he fell down, I backed up. I let the boy get back up if he wanted to, and if he stayed down, I was going to leave him alone. I wasn't going to take cheap shots and kick him in or whatever. And I guess that's why his friends never stepped in. So after all said and done, I mean, I got my car and I backed up and I was like, "This is it. Like we're done." And his boys were just laughing at him and helping him get up off the ground. So I mean, you know, where I'm at sitting now, where how old I am, if I was 20, 29, 30 years old, and I'm watching one of my friends get beat up by some 17-year-old little punk, I'd laugh at him too. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely crack up and laugh at him. But yeah, I mean, it's just, after 3, 4 weeks of, ducking this guy and trying to avoid confrontation and, just a fear of his nutty ass doing something stupid, I finally stepped up. And after that, I didn't hear another word from him. It was like 2 weeks later that his younger brother, who was probably a year or two older than me, that I knew from school, got back from the Marines or something or the Army, and he had some words for me. But I confronted him and I told him, like, look, dude, the beef was between me and your brother. Your brother called me out. Your brother stepped to me, and I put him down, and that's it. And he's like, he's like, dude, that's just that's messed up, blah blah blah. But he was cool about it. Like he was a man about it, and he respected it. So, but yeah, I guess the moral of the story is just what, like stand up and do what you got to do. In this situation, like I tried to avoid the confrontation because, I threw down now and then, but I was I was far from a brawler. I wasn't the kind of man that just ran out and tried to catch a fight with anybody. I tried to avoid that shit, stay with the ladies, and leave all the fighting shit for the knuckleheads. But yeah, it ended up that I had to throw down, and I took care of my business, and I stood up to that fear that something that I was going to get my ass kicked. I mean, bottom line, I stood up to the fear that I was going to get my ass kicked by this old man. And, I say old man because back then, him being 12 years older than me and me being 17, he was an old man to me. But yeah, that's pretty much the moral of the story. And as stupid as it was trying to call him out and expecting to get a one-on-one when there was four of them, it actually worked out. I guess I gained his respect in some way because he left me alone, even though his brother stepped to me. But he left me alone, and I think it was like maybe another 3, 4 weeks later, I was done with his girl, and she ended up going back to him. So, you know, they were made for each other. They're both freaking knuckleheads. So, but anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Well, again, as always, thanks for listening. I love your support. I hope you guys are enjoying these stories. And, if you're still here listening, maybe I deserve a like. If you're new here and you're still here, maybe you should click that sub button. So, all right. Love you guys. Peace out. Bye.